Hello there people, what's up? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's cool. Alright, today I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on making a 808 trap beat in FL Studio. Now to start off with, I'm using drums from the website Producers Buzz. So you guys can go and get it, go on our website, click on downloads and drum kits. And it's free to download. Bad Beats 808 drum kit. So the link is in the description below the video. You guys can download this, obviously load it onto FL Studio. It's got claps, kicks, snares, sounds, like there's loads and loads of different things in this kit. So really cool, and it's free to download. So yeah, okay, so once you download it and put it into FL Studio, this is what you will get. You will get this 808 kind of kicks. There'll be some drum loops. Some sound loops and stuff. But this is what we want, the 808 kicks. Check that out. Hey, I'm feeling that. Alright, so what we do... Oh, by the way, if you don't know how to open up files in FL Studio like the way I have, there's a tutorial in description as well on how to put your sound kit in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with tempo 145. We're going to be in double time, so basically we're in double time already. So we divide that by 2, which gives us 72.5. See, I wasn't that bad at maths. Now most of you that have started watching me, just want to let you guys know I've got the whole series of FL Studio coming out, loads of tutorials and everything, so do subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, now we're going to create this kind of... So we're going to create this cool beat, right? But what we're going to do... Okay, so we drag this kick in, and what we need to do is we need to right click on it, or just click on it once, basically. And then click on this spanner at the top. Actually not the spanner, click on the graph, basically the envelope right here. Right, and what you're going to do is just take the attack all the way down, the hold, put that all the way up. Okay, and what we're doing here is we are just basically killing everything apart from the hold. So now when we press the MIDI, see, if we press that, it's basically the sound velocity. The way it works is it goes up and down. Like there's no, you know, when I release it, it doesn't play. There's no sustain. So if I wanted to see that, I press the key once and it goes on. Well, now if I put the sustain down in a row and I press it once, so it's acting based on, it's been, the 808 is active, the kick, only when I press the key, and that's what we want. So this way it would stop anything over looping, and it will hold itself there for as long as I want it to. So we've got the 808 in place, okay. Let me just go and create a quick kind of melody just to go with the... Oh, actually, let's create the drums and then the melody on top. Let's do something different, right? Because this is about creating 808 drum loop. So... Now, you want to start off by not too low. I like that. So I'm going to go... So I'm going to go one here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that as that. Now I'm going to just look for my kind of like clap. And I like the snap. So I'm going to put snap in there. Put that on second channel. And just put the snap in. Just simple. And just play it like that, you know. And then put my kick in there as well. Just like that. Pretty simple. And let's just lay out the kick. Turn this off. Actually. See that? So we're making like kind of like melody using the actual 808. So we've got pretty simple melody now. If you listen to this, like the 808. See that? Now what we want is we want to copy that, everything we've got in there, and what we're gonna do is load just a normal kind of kick sound, right? Just like that, simple. And we're gonna right click, copy and paste, just like that. Go into the one above and play it. Now what we're gonna do is drag everything down to C5, right? Just like that. And on this kick, everything will stay as C5. So the main actual, you know, the main sound of the kick. And what we're going to do is going to go in here, click on this spanner, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to put the volume up a bit. So let's play that. Obviously, if you turn it up, it's too strong. Oh, I like that. That's very punchy. So now we're getting a really nice punchy kick. And I'm just going to normalize this over here as well. And I'm just going to set this to channel 2. Just drag it down a bit, and on the side here I'm just going to put soft clip up, and what that will do is that will prevent it from clipping. And on over here on the graph, I just want that to be between 3 and 6, so that's perfect. Now see the 808, we have two options with this, the 808, right? We can make it fuzzy, so we can go on here, okay, and we can select fruity distro, fast this, like, you know, just adds like a kind of distortion, basically. That's what it is. So you can add that to it if you wanted like a crazier kind of sound. Now the 808 is not that strong, so we can change it for the other one if we want. This one, just click on it and drag it and drop it on top, just like that. Make sure you reset the sound, so right click on time, click none, sample stretch, and then none. And maybe if we go down one, let's see how this sounds. It's better. See that? Sounds better. I'm just going to drag all of these up so we're getting full max volume of the sub. And also I'm going to add the soft clipper onto the sub as well. So this will prevent it from clipping. So now if you play it, this is what we got. Oh. Obviously I can use these samples just to show you guys that it works. So I just loaded it up. Let's see how if it is in loop. See that? So I just doing this for demonstration purposes, the melody obviously, just to show you guys how to do the drums. This is all about the drums here. Now to this, what we can do is we can add a clap, right? But we're gonna add the clap on top of it, so it's gonna come in maybe a bit later, you see. So what you want to do here is you want to kind of start off nice and smooth, and then kind of have clap come in. So we're gonna try this one and just put it in like that, right? And now on the second part here on the melody, right? It's quite funny because the actual 808 goes pretty well with the melody, which don't usually happen. Because obviously you would kind of do the 808 after you've done the melody. And when I say that, what you want to do is you want to make the melody, you want to make the 808 kind of be in the same key as the melody. In this case, it is not that same, but it is there, you know, it sounds alright. Obviously a little bit of tweaking, there would, you know, we'd have to tweak a few things on this, so let's have a listen. So let's take this other kick out here. Pretty simple, you know. Obviously now that we've done that, we have to go to the kick and take that one extra kick out that we've added here in the middle. Now what you could do is you could select this kick and you can move it down, right? Obviously you have different sound. And turn it up to the max. See that? Hey. So that's pretty simple, you know, making the 808. You can play around with it. Just like that, you know. And then what you want to do is kind of do the hi-hats, right? So let's have a look. Now for the hi-hats on our system here on our website, we've got loads of different drum kits. So if you go out, we've got one kit which is the hi-hats kit. You can download let me show you, the hi-hat cymbals sound kit. And there's loads of hi-hats in there, so you can use that. So the link is below as well. And, you know, I'm just going to use just the general hi-hats. You know, nothing too fancy. So let's go up here. Gonna use hi-hats from here. Now what you're looking for is a really light hi-hat. So I don't like any of them. Now I'm very picky with my sounds. If you guys are not picky, then you're not doing it right. You need to make sure you choose the sounds right. And you always need to kind of listen to the sound. Oh, really nice, really nice trap kind of hi-hat. Really nice. So we're going to use that hi-hat and we're just going to put it on channel 4 up here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to click here on the second grey one there and just kind of right click on it and then just fill in every 2 step over here. That'll just fill it in. Then we right click and go into piano roll. And when we play that, this is what we get. Now that's pretty cool. But what we do is we press Ctrl A to select everything, then hold Shift on your keyboard, click on it and just drag it across and let go like that. You can just copy and paste it over. So Ctrl A, hold Shift and drag up anywhere you want and you can just delete just like that. Pretty cool shortcut there. And this is what we have now. And that sounds quite boring, so what we're going to do, I'm going to use a really quick trick here. I'm going to put it on channel 10, guys. And over the side here, I'm going to use something called M Auto Pan. Okay, now M Auto Pan is free to download. Sorry, just let that load. Right, M-Auto Pan is free, so it's part of Melda Productions. So on our website, if you type in M-Auto, and then there's panning, like hi-hat panning trick that I taught a few months ago. And this is what I'm using. And you can download the actual, well, you can download the plugin on our website as well. Pretty simple. So if you type in M-Auto and go on M-Auto pitch, this is part of like 40 or 50 different sounds in this one download. And you've got the basically M-Auto pitch, M-Auto pan and everything. So just click on the download link, that will take you to the offer and you can just take it from there. Pretty cool. Right, and then once you obviously load it up, this is, you know, we activate it. Can you hear that? So it's panning left and right. Pretty cool, right? And you've got different presets on here. So like the fast one. I like the suitcase one because it's like left, right, you know, pretty cool. See that? You can see it on the screen here, it's going left, right, and that's what we want. And obviously now that we've got that, if we just put that into the playlist, this is what it sounds like now. Okay. See that? Didn't do much to it. Now another cool trick on this, Control A, select everything and play it. And then click on this spanner, right? So the settings, the tools, spanner, spanner. Click on the tools. Go down to quantize. And then this will bring up quantization. See that? And if you click on this folder here, you've got all these different presets that are built inside FL Studio. And if I select any of them, look at this volume on here. See that? And there's so many different settings. I like this one, the hip hop website, or just the hip hop general one. This one's pretty cool, the hi-hat one. So I'm going to use this, just double click on it and click on accept. And this is just set my volume up across all the hi-hats, just to the way I want them. And what we're going to do is we're going to add trap kind of hi-hats. So let's listen to this. So we're going to go one key below, right? C4. Just like that. Now, notice how I put that in, the volume was really high. So I'm just going to click on one note over here, which is like the volume is a bit lower. So it's not that loud. Just like that. See that? Maybe too slow. So just put it like midway between the two. That's better. I'm just gonna put like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now obviously I'm just messing around here, but what you kind of want to do, if you want to make it like a trap kind of beat, then you wouldn't kind of just play it anywhere. You kind of look at the end. So you've got one half here, second half here. So you just kind of fill up the space next to the end. And on a drop down here on a magnet, just select 1 out of 4. So it sticks so it sticks the way it's sticking at the moment to me. So this way you can kind of fill it up just like this. Just like that. And you do the same thing at the end here. So zoom in, right? And then you will put like an odd sound here and there, so see that? And I'm just going to kind of copy that over, so one over here, and then kind of have 1, 2, 3. See that? Maybe you could just undo it at the end, make it go in like a little bit easier. Just like that. And maybe what you could do is cut some out as well. So this is like if you want to just be extra creative. See that? There's no right or wrong, just be creative and do what sounds right to you. Now I'm really enjoying this beat. Now what you could do on the 808, you could make it obviously sound like you can give it that, enable that distortion. See that? Now, one more thing you could do, instead of having claps, you could have crazy snare. So let's go back to that drum kit, which is Bad Beats, and let's go onto the snare. Right. See this snare over here? So instead of that clap, we could have a snare, right? And we could have... Now it's looping, so go into the snare and just turn off the loop points and normalize it. It's got a bit of latency on it, but it sounds pretty cool. And just take the volume down on the middle ones, okay? You don't want the volume to be too high. So you want to kind of set the variations. Just set this one up just a little bit different, just like that. Maybe like you can even put extra one here, just really low one. Listen to this. See that? And you can kind of play around with that, and you can even have like a main kind of snare on top of that, like that, let's say. See that? So that's pretty cool, and we could even, you know, create our own little melody just based on that 808. So if we look at this 808, obviously we could just import, let's say, flex. And let's go for maybe like piano and Yamaha C7. Pretty basic. Just gonna put this on like on 8, and I'm gonna add some effect to it. Obviously turn the volume up. So I'm just gonna kind of just follow my notes, what I've done over here. Just like that. See that? So this one's going in a bit. I've just noticed what I've done. So on the second part of the... I should have dragged that in a little bit like that. Gonna do the same over here. So I'm just dragging the kick in a little bit at the end just to be more in sync. Now that sounds better. So when it sounded off last time, it was because I'm just a little bit out of tune, just the key And now that this is perfect, now as we got this piano playing, what we could do is just simply, we could just take this key, right? Or even what we could do, Control A, and just shift it across, shift it back. While holding shift, just press down with your arrow key, not down, hold Control and press down. And it just takes it all one step down. And we can just delete these extra sounds and kind of just move these up a bit like that. So I'm just going to keep it like that. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy these and do the same thing, just move them up. So Control up, so like this. Now the reason I put it in the channel, I'm going to use something called halftime on this. Now, pretty cool plugin. Again, the download link to this is below. So if you type in halftime, pretty cool VST, you can download it, use it for free. There's a free trial, never expires, you can only use it once, but what you could do is you could use it once and then export the sample. Pretty easy, right? So you could kind of use it 100 times on a track. So pretty cool. Only down thing is when you load up the plugin, it takes 10 seconds to load. So you have to wait, you know, it says this is a demo version, blah blah blah. But there's no limits to it, which is cool. Now we're gonna use this Emoto, halftime. Check this out. So I'm gonna use 1 out of 4, put this on 1 out of 5. Just gonna fade it out a little bit at the end. And there we go, check this out. Pretty simple, kept the melody very simple. You can make it darker just by clicking on 2 times mode. And the good thing about this, we could add more keys to it now to make it sound more interesting as well. So we could go, obviously now make it like step. See that? Really simple, just messing about. Check this out now, if you put it in. Hey! Then we could just add a bit of reverb to the keys. And just maybe change the frequency a little bit. So take the lows down. And what we could do is we could move everything up once. So we can have it once at the bottom. We're going to move it over, Control and move it up. So now what we've got is we've got the same melody, but one is here, one is at the top, right? So we're going to take that melody out, put this onto a different channel that is not using anything, and we can just put that in. Check this out, we just made a quick beat. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hit the like if you enjoyed this. Obviously you can make that 808 less, you can take away the distortion. I actually like it with distortion. I just want to thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out, take care.